Hello everyone, this is the Super Wig Maker, and today I'm making another piece working with some biological hair. She's a returning customer. She's the lady that got a topper for herself with her own biological hair mixed with some platinum hair to emulate the white part, and she just wants a second piece, and I'm just gonna show you this part only to show you how I'm going to take this little bit of a mess and turn it into hair that I can use it. So I have my drawing mat over here, and the first thing I need to do is let me clean this up from the previous hair that I had in there. Where is my brush? There it is. Okay, this is fairly clean. And what I have to do now is I'm gonna take out the elastics and try not to lose. Oh, there you go. I already started loosening a couple, because when you're keeping your own biological hair, try your best to have the hair maintained as good as possible. I'm actually not really gonna be using this one. I forgot that this one is for different hair. Oh. I'm gonna need this one, and you're gonna see why. Because I'm not gonna put the hair like that. I'm gonna put the hair like this. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to cut the elastic. Am I on frame? I'm always on frame. I just get... Okay. Now this is supposed to be brushed first, so let me just brush it out just a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this is what you need to avoid. She didn't really keep the hair very well. Yeah, these are very short strands, so no one cares. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to just place it in here and pray, because she didn't do the best job at keeping her own hair. Alright, so now that I have it put in here, I'm gonna have to be very careful. Like, people need to be a little bit more careful when they do things like that. No, this is very small. Let me just take my big ones. A big one. No, that's not a big one. Oh my god, this is so powerful. Okay, so what I have to do now, these are the roots, and I'm gonna have to slowly start pulling the hair, making sure that I don't lose any. I'm not really aligning it so perfectly right now, but the hair is not very good aligned anyway, so I just want to get the first of it as good as possible and then see what I have to work with. Okay, once I make a small bundle, I need to just tie it and make sure that this is not gonna fall apart. So I'm gonna take a new, and I'm gonna start over again for a new one, because I want this to be small scale done. I don't want to have like a huge clump of hair on my hands, because it's extremely risky. The more hair you have, the more risky it is. All right, I have to like okay, like this is only one. Okay, after the root to start finger should be giving it right back with this. Okay, so now that I cannot really pull a lot of hair from this side, I'm gonna flip this on the other side and start pulling from here. Of course, I'm gonna have to take into consideration that now I'm pulling the tails. Do I lose any strands? Well, I do lose some strands, but they are also like, look at that, these are very short. I would discard them anyway. I'm full of hair right now, but well, that's my job. That's my hairy job. Or the best thing that I should do probably is I'm gonna take all this hair, remove it, and reposition that because it's gonna be so much easier. As you can see, I lose a little bit of hair, but these are very short. I would discard them anyway. There's not much to do with this hair. So let me just put this somewhere safe. Over here. And let me just clean this up. This is gonna be discarded. It's so short, like look at that. It's barely useful for anything, and in this case I don't think it's worth just trying to do anything with that. See that? Very short hair. Okay. All these are extremely short hair. Look. So I'm going to reposition that. Trying not to pinch myself. And I'm gonna continue everything from the rooted area. I'm gonna close this now because I ran out of battery, but it's exactly the same thing to what I did for this hair over here. So I'm gonna recharge my camera a little bit, and then I'm gonna be done with this already, and I'm gonna show you the next step. So now that I have separated all the hair and I have this amount of wastage, but you can see that these are all super short hair, like you can't really use it. This is the amount of hair that we are discarding. Look, I constantly have to explain the same thing every time, that this hair is not useful in anything, because sometimes people just say, oh, don't you waste too much hair when you just separate it? No, this is the very short hair. So this is the hair that I'm throwing away, and this is the hair that I have to work with. So I have it separated approximately. It's not super aligned in the root, but I don't care. So what is next to do is that this is very short already, so I don't really want to use the short hair. Let me just show you. No, this is not the one. Let me just find. The last time that I did something for her, I kept the really short hair because this is her biological hair, and I just wanted her to keep it. So I just put it in a little bit of a bun over here and sent it back to her. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm gonna separate the hair, and I'm gonna keep the short hair in a bundle so as to send it back to her. So how do I do that? I'm gonna remove the elastic. I don't care if it snaps off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to place the hair with the root close to here, because I'm not really gonna be pulling from here. I'm gonna pull from here, and I want to be able to pull the remaining of the hair. So let's just place more. So now that it's all packed in very nicely, I'm gonna start pulling the hair according to length. I'm going to separate the hair mostly in what I want to use for now, and then the rest is just gonna be kept back. So let me just see how much hair do I have here. This is approximately 9 to 10 inches. So let's say that I want to use all the hair that is longer than 8 inches here. I lost some footage unfortunately, but what I'm doing here is that I measured the amount of hair that I have, and I want to take everything longer than 7.5 inches to use it. So what I did is I put this little paper, and now I'm pulling everything that is longer than that protrudes from the paper. This way I can very easily pick the hair that's longer than 7.5 inches. I don't know why I lost the footage, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna tie this temporarily. I'm gonna continue. So now all the hair is shorter than 7.5 inches. This is the amount of hair that I harvested, and it's pretty nice and okay. I don't want to put any shorter than that because I'm gonna have the returns anyway, so they're gonna compensate all the short hair that I lack. And now what I have to do here is I need to take this hair out. And I'm gonna have some super short, but I don't really mind these because I'm not gonna use them. I'm just sending these back to hair. So let's just collect all the hair that's left behind so I can send it back to hair. I'm gonna do this outside the camera, and I'm gonna come back to you with the rest of the next step. So this is the hair that I'm gonna use, and this is the hair that I'm gonna send back to hair. It's not totally short, but if I fold it here to ventilate that, you can see how short it's gonna be. So yeah. And now this hair needs to have 10% of this hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure that. This is 13.8 grams. So 13.8 grams, this is 13.8 grams, and in order to have this 90% and I have 10% of this, that means that this is going to be 9 times more than that. So 13.8 dividing it by 9. I need 1.5 grams of this hair, so it's not that much, to be honest. So what I have to do is I'm gonna snip off a little bit, probably this amount.